Jonas says not multiplayer, but have you heard of playing Dwarf Fortress? Wait, Dwarf Fortress isn't multiplayer? I thought Dwarf Fortress was multiplayer. I thought it was like a multi-user dungeon. I thought it wasn't, says Jonas. I thought it was. Q says, haha, new Linux game on Steam called Boobs 'em Up. Naked prostitute fighting game. Well, I suspect it will sell enough to make money, Q. Anything with boobs. Dwarf Fortress is single player, I think, says Q. Huh. I guess multi-user dungeon is a different thing then. I thought Dwarf Fortress was a multi-user dungeon. I could be wrong. I have no idea. I've never played Dwarf Fortress. Very realistic boob physics. But is anything else realistic, Q? Or is it just the boobs that are realistic? What if everything is very artificial? Except for the boobs. I don't know, Q. It might be a bit strange if nothing else is realistic. A little bit uncanny valley. Alright, so everything looks good here. Oh wait, nope, missing a little bit. Good thing I'm double checking. Actually, I've been thinking about this, is that, you know, why are people how should I phrase this? I think to an extent humans are forced to be nice because of our limitations. Like imagine if you are somehow immortal, you don't need to eat, you don't need to sleep, like you can't die. What would you do with yourself, right? If you don't need all that stuff, you wouldn't work, right? If you don't need to eat, you don't need houses, you can just walk around and never die. Like you wouldn't work, you might not care about other people. So I think, like, you know, the kind of excessively antisocial behavior that we see in some video games. I think we would actually act like that if we didn't have our physical limitations. Like imagine if you could like kill each other and then respawn. People would just kill each other all the time, I think. If there was no downside. And so what we call griefing in Minecraft, I think it would be the natural state of things if people couldn't punch back or lock us up in prison. Like it's not like it's not asshole behavior, it's just what people do when they can. Jonas says killing would also be pointless though if people just respawn, just painful. Yeah, but then you would be like, it's pointless, but then everything is pointless because if you don't have any needs and you don't have any limitations, you can do anything. So you just do whatever entertains you, or you would just grief people because it's funny. I mean, people people troll each other on the internet, Jonas, right? Like, why do they do that? Because some part of them finds that funny. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. My hypothesis is that good behavior, quote unquote good behavior, is because of our physical limitations, that we are confined to being good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oops. That. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9, I guess. Maybe pain is another thing. Jonas says, what about someone who works in charity their whole lives? But that's because surely there are exceptions. What do you mean? What about charity? You're saying that a person who works in charity is a good person. 1, 2, 3. Like if they don't, so you're talking about, okay, come on. We're talking about a person who is independently wealthy, who doesn't need to work for money, but chooses to be charitable their whole lives. Jonas says, well, it's just an example of someone doing something that's good, and they don't have to do it. Sure, Jonas. So can you name someone? Can you name one person who does that? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Is this a real person? Or is this a fictional hypothetical that doesn't actually exist? Yeah, exactly. It's a hypothetical. I mean, look, good people do exist in the world, Jonas, but I'm just saying, like, charity is only necessary because people have needs, right? I'm also talking about a hypothetical of a world where we don't have needs. Like, we don't have to eat, we don't have to have a house to live in. Like, imagine if like Minecraft is real, and even if you starve, you just respawn back in your bed after you starve. Like, if that was real, then people would grief each other all the time. So this is going down. Anyway, let me just put this in first. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. 1, 2, 3. Oops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. 1, 2, 3. Q says there's a few books that deal with that. Usually ends with some rather unpleasantness as people are tortured to death, revived, tortured forever. Yeah. Yeah. I guess I'm saying a similar thing as Q. It's like when you have no limits, then you just do stuff. You just do whatever. Jonas says, yeah, but there's a difference between someone wanting to kill someone if it actually affects someone versus it doesn't. So in your hypothetical, people just respawn. So killing is more trollish than intending harm. Maybe I'm... No, you're right. It's just, you're just trolling each other. Like, you're not actually harming people. I guess you're wasting their time. Like if you if they're doing something else and you just kill them and then they respawn, then you're wasting their time. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Because for example, like we have laws against murder, right? Why? Because we only have one life. We can't afford to murder each other all the time. But if we had infinite lives, then we would no longer have laws against murder because it doesn't make any sense anymore. Is that right? Maybe? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And like theft, you can't steal other people's things because things are valuable because people need things, right? Like I use my money to buy food so I don't starve. So if you steal my money, it harms me. But if I don't need to eat, and I don't need to spend money any other way, then money doesn't mean anything. So if you just take my stuff, I don't really care because I don't need that stuff anyway. So then theft doesn't make any sense. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Anyway, none of that really matters because that's not reality, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, that goes down, this goes up. So that has to do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, and 3. This, let me just put that there and join this up. Jonas says no politics in that world likely either. Yeah. I mean it's so unreal that it's hard to imagine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And potentially, like, it doesn't actually make sense. But if there's no, like, if you don't need anything, then there's nothing to fight over, really. So, like, politics is people trying to distribute finite resources, right? Trying to figure out how, as a society, you spend your finite resources. That's politics. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Like, do you spend it on roads? Do you spend it on schools? Do you spend it on subsidizing fossil fuels? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Come Coming back to your MMO idea for a sec, says Wesley. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Have you seen Ready Player One? No. Should I? It seems like I have suspicions about Ready Player One. Oh, you think I should? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I thought it was really good, says Wesley. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Like what's good about it? 1, 2, 3. And the way the game world works there would be cool idea for MMO. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I have not seen it, so I have no idea what you're talking about. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm glad someone enjoyed Ready Player One. Are you enjoyed it too, Jonas? Story is good the way it incorporates things you know and recognize from games, famous movies, music, etc. Yeah, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I suspect stuff like that are gimmicky, so that's my suspicion. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. But I have nothing to base that suspicion on. That's just my bias. Alright, so $1 says first. Okay, I'm wrong. Jonas, oh, I'm glad someone enjoyed Ready Player. Jonas says not really my thing. Wesley says I didn't feel like it was gimmicky. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Jonas is not a fan, Wesley. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I suppose I put that there. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let me stick that there. Oops. Nope, break that. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Great. Alright, so let's double check the tracks. I'm gonna check the stuff you've done too, Wesley. Just for quality assurance. Oh, hey, you put the redstone block underneath all three, huh? I only put it under the middle one. Doesn't really matter, but... Ah, this. It doesn't really matter. This is Yeah, this needs to turn inwards. 1, 2, 3.